Good morning. It's Sunday morning, and I've got a croaky voice this morning. I have no idea why, but anyway, as I often do when I start to talk, because I channel a lot, my voice can be a little husky, but today seems really rough. And I apologize for that. I don't know if you've heard my Wednesday talk. I talked about how I was contemplating something and I had this vision given to me about all our lives in the past and our lives that we've had in the future. And what I didn't really express a lot of was about the importance of being able to integrate all that, because we are a product of all those time periods anyway. And based on our decisions, based on decisions we've made in previous or future times, and then we remake those decisions in this life as we come upon certain circumstances or events, and we automatically make the same old decision. And often the decisions we don't want. But I realized that I didn't really emphasize the importance of integration in the present, or into the now, as I call it. And one of the exercises I've done a lot of and encourage my clients to do is use your hands. Now, for instance, we have a male and a female aspect, and sometimes that's one of the easiest ones to begin with, actually. If you put your hands out, and then in one hand you put your male self, and just imagine this. On the other hand, you put your female self, and then you test them and you feel them. What's heavier than the other? Now, you can do this for anything you want to balance out, actually, but you test them to see. Now, mine are balanced, but often people say, "Oh, well, my right hand's heavier." So, two things could happen. Do we take something away from that? I've got it in my left hand, actually. The left hand, if we take it away from the left hand, or do we add to the right? Because what we want to work at is to have the two hands, whatever we're working on to balance, balanced. We don't want one more heavier or lighter than the other. So we've got to, what do we take away? What do we add? What do we do to create this balance of this? And so it, sometimes can take a few minutes figuring out how to balance and what we do. But then when we have a balance, we take our two hands, we put them together, and then I usually add them in through my heart area and grow the energy up inside my body, in my head, down and through to my feet. So what we're doing is we're taking whatever we're wanting to balance, we rebalance them in our hands, we put them together, and then we bring them in to integrate it for the rest of us. Feet and feet, hands and hands, eyes and eyes is how I usually say it to a group. Now, you might want to know why that's important, because the more balanced we are, the easier it is to deal and understand things that are happening in your life. It's just a natural way of going and being and doing. But it's so often we can be out. One of the actually exercises I would have my students do when we were working on male female things was to go in front of a mirror with a piece of paper and look at the two sides of the face. The eyes in particular, are the eyes balanced? Is the faces balanced? And then what we would do is this rebalancing exercise, and then go back and look again. And what they found was that they're, first of all, maybe odd little, some people have quite a big difference between the male female sides of their bodies, but some people just small. But then they found when they begin the integration and do the integration that actually they are in balance. So one of the things I want you to really think about today for our Sunday thought is, how balanced are you in relation to your life? Are you integrated, or do you have a large chunk of you holding supreme over another part of you? Because you can balance in so many different ways. There's so many different things that we have going on. And the balancing element, I find, is really, really very important to have that. So you can tell by the eyes, by them smile often, etc. How you're integrating. Are you balanced? Do you have a balancing factor? Now, for me, that's always been important, and I learned that very early dealing with because when I look at my life, besides learning tarot first, my next topic was past life regression. Didn't know about transformation. Didn't know about integration when I first started. Didn't know about a lot of things. Didn't know about future lives. That I just found that out one day by accident, and I'm not giving the right instruction to people. So the learning for me came in fits and starts, and just curiosity, because it wasn't like a big subject. But I found that the important thing was when we visited and saw a past life what we've had. I use past life because that's where I kind of started. So forgive me, a life, we'll say a life that we have. When we see that and we understand that, and I always like to go through the death process so we clear out the regret and guilt, because the two major things that we hold on to. And so as we move, because when we connect to what we call the light, which is love, when we connect to that, we can let go very, very easily. And so what we want to do when we come back into our bodies is to find where we have all these little other old things that we had, clear them out. But then we just need to really integrate in the now, bringing all that light, love, and the letting go of whatever energies we've run into and the decisions we've made and the traumas often that we've experienced in other times and places. So it's really, really important, I feel, to be able to know easy exercises that you can integrate. I don't do a lot of so much now, but there were times when it seemed like I was integrating something every day because I'd run across something and put it in my hands. Oh my goodness, look, this is much heavier. What do I need to let go of? What do I need to add on the other side? So it's one of those little, you might say, easy aspects that you can do to help integrate within you so that you're more solid, a sense of solidity, a sense of awareness of who you really are and what you're doing and where you're going and what's going to be created. So I just thought for a Sunday thought I will give an exercise rather than just do some philosophical element. Well, it is philosophical because we need to be integrated. We need to take some of these things that are floating around and put them to bed, so to speak, have a peacefulness, have a joy inside. So that was my talk for today. I just want to point this coming Wednesday, I will be doing the reading for August, because if I don't do it this Wednesday coming, it's not until the 5th of August. And I find when I've waited for us to begin August or the next month, that too much has already gone on. So this Wednesday, I'm going to do the reading, and I'm going to be doing it like live. So I won't have the usual way I have of doing them share screen, which I tended to screw up there for a while. So I'm going to try just do it a little different way. So it's that'll be really, I think, interesting. And for you, I know a lot of people say to me, "Oh, I really like your ones where you do your tarot cards." So yes, tarot cards are, well, they're my base, and that's something I still utilize in my life and for my clients. So then on Monday night, actually before that's mental mind treatments. Remember, you can always email, text me, whatever you need. If you can't be on at 7 when we go live for the mental mind treatments, you can let me know what you want. And I'm quite happy. People are really happy with what we're doing there, and I want to keep up with that. So anyway, Sunday's here. Have a good day. It's sunny where I am. It's warm, and we've had some delightful days. So enjoy your Sunday. Blessings. Bye for now.